What is a trigger in SQL and how to use it? In SQL, a trigger is a database object that automatically executes a set of SQL statements when a specific event occurs. Triggers are used to enforce data integrity, automated data related tasks, and respond to change in database. Here's how to create and use triggers in SQL. Creating a trigger. To create a trigger, you need to define its name, the event that triggers it, the table associated with the trigger, and SQL statements to be executed. The basic syntax for creating a trigger is as follows: create trigger, trigger name, before or after, insert or update or delete on table name, for each row, begin, SQL statement to be executed when trigger is fired, and let's break down the components. Trigger name. Give the trigger a unique name. Before or after specifies whether the trigger should be fired before or after the specified event. Insert, update, or delete the event that triggers the execution of a trigger. On table, the table on which trigger operates. For each row, if included, the trigger will fire for each affected row. This is used in a row level trigger. Within the begin and end block, you place the SQL statement that should be executed when a trigger is fired. Example of trigger usage. First, enforcing data integrity. You can use trigger to enforce data integrity rules. For example, you can create trigger to ensure that no negative values are inserted into a column. Create trigger. Trigger name is prevent negative value. Before, insert on your table for each row. Begin if new dot column name less than 0, then signal SQL state 45,000, set message text is equal to negative value not allowed, and if end. Second, auditing changes. Trigger are often used to log changes to a table, such as who made the changes and when. For example, you can create an audit trail trigger. Create trigger, audit trigger after insert or update or delete on your table. For each row, begin, insert into audit log, user, action, timestamp, values, user function, insert or update or delete, and now function, end. Third, synchronizing data. Triggers can be used to synchronize data between tables or database. For example, you can create a trigger to update a summary table when data changes in another table. Create trigger update summary after insert or update or delete on data table. For each row, begin update summary table based on the changes in data table, and complex validation. Trigger can perform complex validation check enforcing business rules that involves multiple tables or conditions. Important consideration: use trigger judiciously as they can introduce complexity and affect database performance. Ensure that triggers are well documented and tested thoroughly. Be cautious when triggers that modify the same table the trigger is defined on to avoid infinite loop. In summary, triggers in SQL are used to automate action in response to an event such as data change or schema modification. They are valuable for enforcing data integrity, auditing, and performing various data related tasks.